So, Dave, speaking of turnovers, let's talk about the Cleveland situation. And happy birthday, Ernest Bonner, by the way. Go ahead.
Wow. Okay. Chiefs 33, Cleveland 29. Mahomes and the Chiefs came alive in the second half. Cleveland has still not found a way to cover Travis Kelce. Where was my man 95? And they got off to a great start. Our man Jarvis Landry scored a touchdown. Nick Chubb was running pretty good. Hunt was running pretty good, but they couldn't sustain. It was a lot of field goals and not a lot of touchdowns in the middle of the game, and turnovers. Mayfield threw a soul-crushing interception towards the end. Nick Chubb had a key fumble when they were trying to expand the lead, and you got a jump play from Tyreek Hill and Patrick Mahomes. But my question coming out of this game, I don't think this knocks Cleveland down any further than they already were. I don't think this elevates Kansas City. But Cleveland, yo, why can you not cover? I mean, this is not rocket science. It was crosses, it was short outs, it was drags, it was everything was in the middle and not nothing. They didn't cover them in the playoff game last year, and we noticed in the trend with the Packers, with Buffalo in the six. These guys got one or two dudes to throw to. And in the Chiefs' case, they were very, very effective. Before Cleveland goes forward, man, of course they have to clean up the penalties and the turnovers. You got to find 87.
Yeah.
See, and my whole thing on it with Cleveland before I give it to BMO was the fact that we knew, like you said, when you face the Chiefs now, they don't have Sammy Watkins on the other side. You're not looking at Pringle and Mecole Hardman and saying, oh, we got to worry about – you want to worry about everybody in the NFL, of course. But you got Denzel Ward, right? And you would think he may not can stop Tyreek Hill, but maintain. Meaning Tyreek Hill can't just go berserk. That one play that was like an NFL blitz street play where he just threw it in the air and Tyreek Evans just literally contorted his body to a whole other angle and caught it and just basically moonwalked to the end zone. I knew Cleveland was in trouble. And my whole thing on Cleveland once again, Baker Mayfield cannot be trusted in big games. Of course, we can talk about 95. We can talk about Nick Chubb's turnovers. But when you really needed the certain situation for it to calm down and get it going, because I looked up, it was 22-10. I was like, oh, boy, Dave was on fire. BMO was on fire. Everybody's on fire. And I said, man, if they don't score more than 22 by the end of this half, it's going to be something wrong. And I looked up. It was down. They were down by – Kansas City was down by 2. And that's when I sent y'all the casual hangouts text like, it's Cleveland from the Clee again. And they Clee. So, yeah, BMO, I mean, these your boys. You're a part of the fan base. You were in the oath and everything. Go ahead. Tell us.
I'm still part of the fan base. I mean, it is Kansas City. You know, that's just the only problem. I mean, we done seen opponent Houston that faced his football team and have 20, plus leads, and then they just fizzle out towards the end. I mean, when it comes to a point where you still have maybe on paper offensively, maybe the best offense in the league, and you always will have opportunity to come back into the game. And as far as like where Cleveland goes, and this is what I mentioned last week, once they find out a way to close out games, they will be a much more dangerous team. And we've seen in that fourth quarter, and we've seen them that whole second half in general, how it still came down to Baker Mayfield. It still came down to him to make one kind of scoring run and try to take the lead and win the game. Like you said, he threw an interception. So I'm not worried about this loss. I mean, it is Kansas City. So, I mean, it is what it is with that. Also with them, with Odell Beckham Jr., he didn't play. He will not play again. He will be out again for the second straight week in a row. I mean, he may be a player that's needed out there. I mean, just to have more confidence in that offense, to have more options. But no worries about Cleveland at all. It is 1 week. It is a bad loss against Kansas City. I think they will bounce back and still win this division.
Dave, so you still got them for the AFC?
No. I said they won. I said they would be the 1 seed if they won Sunday. I still think they'll win the division, be a 2 or a 3 seed. But their main issue, like the Ravens, is with an inability to cover Travis Kelce. So, yeah, but I don't think it changes Cleveland's stature in the big picture.
So real quick, I don't know who it is, but we have a Facebook. You said, you're crazy. Mayfield played very good. He developed on every possession. My thing is this. If you're a contending team, your quarterback does not need to play very good. He needs to be great. You don't win games with guys being very good. You know what very good gets you? 8-8. When Dak Prescott was very good those years, that's what got Cowboys 8-8. When you need the plays, when you need the situation. There's never a doubt when Kansas City is down. They do have electrifying offense, but it starts with Pat Mahomes. We trust Pat Mahomes to go out there and make the play that a lot of guys can't make. Aaron Rodgers outside of this week, we will assume that. Tom Brady, those are what you call elite. I can't do the very good thing because my thing is he a good quarterback? Sure. But I don't think that I would trust Cleveland, him being the quarterback. And that says a lot because they have supreme talent. But at the end of the day, somehow, some way, everything circles back to Baker Mayfield every single time. And he had a stretch last year where he was great. But